Guess who got married? We're going to talk about life after marriage with Michael Sillage. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was funny.
Mark and everyone says, how's it feel? How's it feel?
It feels great. I feel like if you say anything different, that's not good. It's not a good sign.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we just very briefly, can we just start from the beginning? How long ago did you meet Zale?
12 years ago.
How old were you?
16.
Where'd you meet her?
At basketball.
And how long before you knew she was a good thing?
Oh, I guess we're still kids, but into the first year.
How long did you think to yourself, I'm going to marry this girl?
Oh, probably halfway in, even less.
Halfway into the 1 year?
No, into the relationship. 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
So together for 12 years?
Yeah.
Did she ever bug you to get married before that?
No. Timing was right.
What was the biggest issue with getting married?
Wedding planning.
So as soon as you said, well, I marry you, what was like the opposite, equal and opposite feeling? Was that like, oh shit, we've got to organise a wedding?
Well, you don't. I think for a lot of people, when you're getting married, you don't realise how much goes into planning a wedding. I certainly didn't. You think you know, but you don't. And I've got to take my hat off to my lovely now wife. She did the majority of it, and watching from the sidelines for a lot of it with what she was doing, it is an insane job. I can understand why wedding planners have a job.
Besides the bride and groom, in your opinion, who was the smiliest person on the day?
Smiliest person? Probably my dad. You were there. I think you can say yes to that.
I'd agree with you on that. Who would you love? Who are your marriage heroes? Who would you like, your marriage mentors, or people you'd like to model your marriage on?
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
Are they like a film? Are they like a film star? Are they like your parents? Are they like who is that? People who are? Or you can have a couple.
Yeah. No, no-brainer for me. That's my parents. It's a very straightforward one for me. I know it's a bit cliche, but it's true.
It's a solid answer. Just see if we've got any other questions. Hang on, Rosie wants to say congratulations.
I reckon we can do something properly related as well. It was funny because when I was speaking to Mark this morning before, I was like, it doesn't have to be properly related. I was like, what? Not properly related?
Well, you're a real estate agent. It can't be more property related.
This is true.
Things that you're scared about most now that you're married. Any new scares? Okay, you're like worried about, looking after the wife, or you're worried about, what would be your...
No, I wouldn't say scared. Nothing scary per se. It feels like added responsibility as a couple. It feels more official because even though we've been together for so long before, it's a bit different. I feel when you get married, it's a bit more, what's the whole purpose of it when you are committing? So it's in a good way, there's like that added level of responsibility with it.
Biggest change since you got married?
We just got back from the honeymoon. So now we're back on the daily grind. Nothing drastically has changed.
Nothing yet. Favorite thing about getting married?
Having everyone there on the day. Having
It's
all
really
our
a celebration of your life, isn't it?
it's really lovely. Like in terms of all the people that you're closest to, friends, family, work colleagues. It's just it's a really nice celebration. It's a very, very special moment. I guess you don't truly comprehend it until you go through it. Once again, I thought of how it would be in my head, and then it was very different in real life as well.
Best dancer at your wedding?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I wasn't watching as much. You can probably help me with that one as an objective answer.
I just couldn't understand why everyone got naked.
That's what IKEA does to you.
Yeah, there's just all these blokes walking around with no shirts on, going like, "What happened?" And then your dad came up to me and went, "Bang, bang, bang, bang," and all my buttons broke. And I'm like, "That's why everyone's got no shirt on." Crazy dads on the dance floor. Things. Being married to a real estate agent, what would be the most funniest thing that your beautiful wife Sal has observed? Is there like the moment where you duck out of a room with the phone, or you get like you're negotiating, or you keep looking at your phone, or what's the phone.
Yeah, it's the phone. It's the being on the phone. It's the constant, obviously the nature of our job. Anyone that knows a good real estate agent, we are always on our phone. And when someone calls you, you take the call. You might be in the middle of negotiations in the property, and a lot of time that happens outside of office hours, during a dinner, during whatever it might be. And the constant having to duck out and do this and that. And that's the nature of being a real estate agent, or being married to a real estate agent. Definitely got to be accepting of that. And I feel like someone that's getting into the career of real estate, or anyone that's been in real estate for a long time, knows that you've got to have a supportive partner with it. If you don't discuss it with your partner and you're not on the same page with it, especially with the amount of hours that we do put into this job, into this lifestyle, it crumbles very, very quickly if you're not on the same page. And I think you can vouch for that as well, Mark, when you've got to be on the same page with your partner.
Best way that your wife supports you in life, or one of your favourite things that you like, the way Zal supports you in life, marriage?
It's more in terms of supporting me, allowing me to work the way we do. So like off the back of what I said before, we're putting 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 hours a week into this job. So to be able to have someone that goes, yep, no phones on the bedside table. That is one I do have. When I do go to bed, the phone does go on do not disturb. That's about the only time it does. So I can actually have a good night's sleep. During the waking hours, different story. But just being able to support and just go, hey, I know that this is what you want to do. This is your passion. You want to follow it. I'm here to support that on that side as well, and vice versa.
Most stupid thing in marriage?
When people look at it like a ball and chain. I think that's, maybe it's not exactly where you're going at with the stupidest thing about marriage, but I think it's the stupidest way that people look at marriage. I think if you're looking at it like that, you just don't get married, which some people don't, and hats off to them in terms of staying free. But if you're looking at it as in terms of being tied down and locked in, I reckon that's the silliest way to look at it.
Great.
It's a blessing to be able to find someone that's willing to commit to you.
When's too early or too late to get married?
Oh, as being someone that's getting married later in a relationship, but still earlier in life, there is no time.
As in, like, do you feel like you should have done it earlier? Do you feel like it was a bit rushed? Do you feel like it was perfect timing? Yeah. How do you know? How do you know?
Depends on what you like. I had my own individual criteria that I wanted to sort of work out as a couple, and with our life goals, financial goals, this and that, to be in a position before we did it when we knew we were already going to get married anyway. But that was right for us. Other people go, when you start maybe dating later on in life, you, as an adult already, it's normally a much shorter time before then between you get married. Some people never get married, and yet they stay in a long-term relationship. They just don't tie the knot. So I'd say there's just no particular timeline with it. It's each individual couple. What do you think?
Yeah, it's just in your heart of hearts, eh? You just go, okay, I just know that you're cooked. You're cooked. It's like this. Yep.
Ready? Yeah.
And everyone's different, eh? Everyone's different.
Exactly. Some people jump to after 6 months. Some people, and the relationship's the most amazing. They have a happy marriage for 40 years and they got married after knowing each other for 6 months. Other people, long time, and it doesn't work out. You never know.
So if you just tuned in, Michael Silic has just gotten married. He's fresh back to work one day now. And we just wanted to ask
on day 2
some killer questions. On to day 2 now. Any questions you want to anything you want to say about life after marriage? Any statements?
Oh, I've got a question for a man that has been happily married for many, many years. So yes. This is for you. What constitutes a healthy, happy marriage past the honeymoon period? 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is into the future, what do you need to do to sustain a happy marriage?
I would sit opposite your partner and ask them what they want to achieve in life and document it in your notes on your iPhone like a wish list.
Mm.
And I think if you can parallel towards each other's goals, that's great, but I think that awareness that, what your partner's trying to get out of life and you assisting them, in some funny ways you throw it out there and it comes back as well. So I think just, that helps. Like, and as much as it's not really all about the marriage, I think it's all about complete, completion or not completion, but getting out of life what you want.
The achievement of what you want, yeah.
And it sounds very selfish, but I think if you do that for your partner, they'll do it for you, and that's it. Just keeps that, you're always chasing, but it's like risk reward the whole way along, and I think it's like eating. You're fulfilled every day, and you keep going.
Yeah. So it's not like you eat one meal and you're done and you're full and for the rest of your life.
Yeah. No, you get. Yeah, because you think just, hey, if I achieve those goals, then what's there more to live for? Well, the goals keep evolving. So I think if you keep that bucket list, it's effectively, I guess, a bucket list. If you keep your partner's bucket list up to date, it works.
Wise words, Mark. Wise words.
Yeah. More questions for you, married boy.
Yeah.
Favorite song with your partner?
Favorite song? Well, we had what's it called for our first dance song? We had Rocketeer.
What's that?
It's just the name of the song. So favorite song.
Who sings it?
That's a good question. I've got a mind blank. I can't remember the artist. Please hold.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Far East Movement. There we go. But yeah, so, and it's interesting because also I looked at it as well. When you look at all the top real estate agents in the country, there's only a handful of the top performers that are happily, well, you never know what goes on behind closed doors, but ones that have, on the outside, seem to have a happy marriage in terms of there's a lot of real estate agents.
Oh, that's a awful observation. Yeah, it's true, eh? If I guess if too much of anything's no good, and I think, yeah, you know, if you imbalance yourself towards your career, you're naturally going to be fabulously successful because that's all you're doing while everyone else is trying to balance kids, wife, marriage, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think to put equal force and energy into your kids and your marriage and your work and be successful across all aspects would be really, really hard.
That's any high performer.
Any other questions I should ask you?
Yeah. Oh, just off the back of that, I'd like to run with that for a second. It's the reason why is because in real estate we're so publicized. We're everywhere. We're on the internet. We're here talking about it. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on realestate.com. We're everywhere. Everyone can see us. Versus I think if you look at any high performer in any industry, the vast majority of the real high performers will be similar demographic as well. But the difference is it's not publicized. That's the biggest difference. Anyone that overcommits their career.
Well, yeah, if you're computer program and you're very good at it, how would you? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I think we're on show a lot more.
Yeah, mate. Congratulations on getting married, and thank you for this episode on life after marriage. It may help some people out there that are looking to get married and they're going, "Well, that's just another bit of information, a little nugget in there that I might use."
Yeah, if it's the right person, if you can't tell by a smile on my face, it's the right thing.
It's so fucking cheesy.
It is, isn't it?
But it's true. It's true. You're a good man. Congrats, and we'll see you guys. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ed. Oh, we've got a comment before we go. Look at that.
Lisa Novak.
Boss lady. Lisa's
missed me the past couple of weeks. So I'm excited with her.
Yeah. Michael's Lisa's right-hand guy, so she's missed you. All right, buddy. Take care. Have a great day.
Thanks very much. See you guys. Bye.
See ya. Bye.